Well, a very good evening to you on what is pretty close to an ideal evening for football. There is barely a cloud evident. The world and his wife have gone to great lengths to be here for a match of great consequence and massive interest in these parts. Barely a breath of wind, so the football has no excuses for not being at its very best. The teams I know are pumped for this. They are fantastic scenes in the stands. There is a great sense of drama. Goes for goal! There it is!
And what a great way to start the game, to spark the game. I mean, the captain has basically triggered a contest that should be even livelier than we anticipated. Get your seatbelts on. This could be rather exciting.
Great reactions in front of goal. He just saw what was on.
Oh, players like this fella almost have a sixth sense to get themselves in such great poaching positions. How quick-minded was that?
Well, that has certainly made things interesting. Müller. Kimmich. Müller. And it's Müller. Ball's loose, who's getting there? And the counter is on. Ake. What a throw in. De Bruyne. Gnabry. Sané. Now it's Müller. Sané. Gundogan. It's all a little short of forward momentum, lacking thrust. And they've got it back as soon as they gave it away. Bayern Munich scored early, of course, and the score is 1-0. Mendy goes looking. Rodri. Sterling. Kimmich. Sané. Goretzka.
Yeah, that's top defending and preventing him turning, which can open up many possibilities.
Gabriel Jesus. Drilled in low. Sané. And it's Gnabry. Now it's Lewandowski. Loose ball, who's going to get there? Gabriel Jesus. Gundogan. He's gone for it! Really well taken goal.
Well, that's something that'll make the manager proud, because they dug in deep then and they've got their leveller. Well, you know, thinking about that, I think they've perfected that on the training ground.
Has a pop! Goal! Bayern Munich! And they're back in front. Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Now that's what I call finishing, right in the corner. He knew instinctively who was where and didn't need to waste any time weighing things up. That's a cracking goal.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for. And he's away. He's had a shot! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
That's what all good teams do these days. Pressing from the front is highly effective.
Gabriel Jesus. Goretzka. And it's Gnabry. Bayern Munich are leading with half-time drawing close. Gundogan, Sterling. Tries a shot! Oh, that was no routine save.
Gundogan sparked a tremendous stop there, and I think it's fair to add, he just wasn't expecting it.
Tries to get it clear. And it's Sterling. Sterling was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Pavard tries to get it forward quickly. Gnabry done very well to intervene. And it's Sterling. Goretzka. The whistle goes for half-time. So a really good half of football, 3 goals and just one separating them.
It's kind of a hard one to call, Peter, isn't it? I mean, from what we've seen so far, both sides have provided ample evidence that they can add more goals, and I'm sure their respective managers have reminded them that the next one will be pretty crucial. So it's going to be interesting to see how the teams come out for the next period. Well, it's still anyone's game, as both sides have shown they have goals in them. As for the next one, should it arrive, that may have a bigger bearing as to who emerges victorious.
Bayern Munich head into the half-time break with a narrow lead, 2-1. The second half gets underway. No reported change to either side during the break. And here's Lewandowski. Müller. Mondi. Gundogan. Sterling. And here's Aguero. Has a hit! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Oh, that's a sparkling save. Absolutely sparkling. His reflexes were ultra sharp.
Hernandez is there to heave it away. Big chance! Good first touch and almost as good a second.
Ah, that's a great effort. There was very little back there to indicate what was coming.
Pavard. Forward it goes.
Sané really got caught in a trap there, and he just couldn't get out.
Ruben Dias.
We can assume that they've been instructed by the boss to stay in attack.
They're just looking to break, aren't they?
Yeah, the key now is just to get the ball to them as soon as possible.
Has a pop! Oh, taken with style! Two to the good! They have breathing space! Time and space aplenty, he was never going to miss.
It's almost criminal to see a defence fail to identify someone who thrives when it comes to shooting stats. They knew, and yet they didn't heed, and they've paid the price and deserve to.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
Listen, it's up to them now how they think about it from here, because for me it's crying out for them to force the issue.
And it's De Bruyne. Gnabry displaying his defensive capabilities there. That's no striker's tackle.
You have to admire commitment like that, because he could easily ignore that and just kind of walk around and let others do all the chasing, but instead he looks as if he relishes the chance to dig in for his team here.
That intervention was very necessary. Managed to get it away. Sterling. Needs a bit of penetration to go with all this possession. De Bruyne. Ruben Dias. Kimmich. A real chance to break. Muller. Mendy drives it forward. Sané. Now can he finish? Rodri. 75 minutes played. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Bayern Munich have it back and they can go again. Gnabry. He's had a look. Oh, well played. He needed to get that right. Gundogan. Gabriel Jesus tries lifting it over. Well, he acknowledges that he should have come up with something better there.
The movement was good, but the pass lacked authority, a cause of mild frustration.
Now some movement on the bench, and we are going to see a change.
Well, to wait until now to make this change seems a bit baffling. He's expecting the miraculous to turn this around from here.
Here's Sterling. Gabriel Jesus. Coman. Muller, whose goal-scoring skills have already been evident. De Bruyne. Coman. Kimmich plays it forward. Coman. Fernandinho. And they can break here. De Bruyne. Gabriel Jesus. Mahrez. Oh, well defended. That had to be done. Coman. Dashing forward at pace. Good ball. And there goes the final whistle. Manager heads down the tunnel, swathed in satisfaction. His team have carried out his instructions to the word, and they have got their win. What do you take away from it all, Jim?
Bayern Munich won thanks to a disciplined game plan. Homework provided the groundwork, and it exploited an obvious central weakness.
Many thanks to Jim, and with that, it is a very good night to you. So we're up and running. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Yeah, Gabriel Jesus, he's always going to be a massive threat, Peter. And that's primarily because his movement off the ball is so effective. Even if he doesn't end up touching the ball, he usually plays a part in his team's attacking plays because he's dragged people out of position. And that can be an obvious help to those around him. He's full of enthusiasm.
Yeah, hard to see past him. He'll be looking to put on a show, I'm certain of that. And here's Aguero. Has a hit! They've done it! Alaba. Sane proving impossible to wrestle off the ball. Muller. Mendy tries to get it forward quickly. De Bruyne. And it's Aguero. Gabriel Jesus! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Gabriel Jesus sparked a tremendous stop there, and I think it's fair to add, he just wasn't expecting it.
Sane is there, and he can get that clear. Defenders on the back foot. That has put a stop to that. Fernandinho. Gabriel Jesus. And the ball is out of play. Hernandez goes looking. Lewandowski. Tries to dink it in. Going for goal! Müller with a shot! Goal! Bayern Munich! And Bayern Munich take the lead! Ederson did well the first time. Nothing he could do about the follow-up.
Well, as they say, Peter, if you don't speculate, you won't accumulate. And we've just witnessed a player who was rewarded for his willingness to take a risk, as cunning as it comes.
Bayern Munich themselves has a hit! He scores! That was a given. It always was.
It's almost criminal to see a defence fail to identify someone who thrives when it comes to shooting stats. They knew, and yet they didn't heed, and they've paid the price and deserve to.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
Goretzka, and it's Müller. Defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
You have to admire commitment like that, because he could easily ignore that and just kind of walk around and let others do all the chasing, but instead he looks as if he relishes the chance to dig in for his team here.
Rodri. Fernandinho. Gabriel Jesus crosses in a low one. He's had a goal! That has certainly tested the keeper.
De Bruyne simply didn't do anything wrong. He was thwarted by brilliance.
Müller attempts it. Goes for goal! It's broken loose. And it's Mendy. De Bruyne. Now it's Aguero. It's a brilliant interception. Sane. Goretzka. And here's Lewandowski. Gnabry. Fernandinho battles to win it back. And it's played forward. Looking to break out here. Rodri. Gabriel Jesus. De Bruyne. Now it's Lewandowski. Out to the left it goes. Goretzka. And here's Müller. That intervention was very necessary.
Well, I don't think it was the wisest option, Peter, once he got into that position. It's not as if he didn't have people nearby.
And here's Aguero. It's a loose ball. It's Fernandinho. And here's De Bruyne. Tries to get it clear. Goretzka. Aguero. Fernandinho. Aguero. And the finish! They've scored!
Manchester produced a lovely sequence of passes.
And the first half is done. So a really good half of football. 3 goals and just one separating them. So we reach the halfway point.
Well, what a half. It's been pulsating and totally absorbing. We're actually headed for a potential classic if this carries on. This is insanely good.
We're already up and running for the second half.
Bayern Munich don't need to press the panic button just yet. They may have to tweak their setup first. If they don't grab an early goal in this second half, they can't hold back though.
And here's Sterling. He's got away. Drilled in low. And that has been cleared. Over to the left. Manchester will try it again now. Aguero has a go! This could fall anywhere. Oh, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. Sane. Goretzka. And here's Lewandowski. And he's there to cut it out. Away from immediate danger. Fernandinho. Well, there's no sign here of forwards working back. They are staying upfield.
They are, Peter, and it gives them a chance to break, but it's also causing an extra defensive presence to prevent that.
Gabriel Jesus has created one goal already. Aguero. Gabriel Jesus. It's a promising run he's making on the right. Gabriel Jesus. He's gone for it! He's scored! And this is getting better and better. Well, he was never going to miss from there. So much to aim at.
Well, considering he has a bit of a shoot-on-sight policy, he was the one player that should have been picked up then. It was both careless and costly from where I'm sitting.
He snaffles his third, and that earns him the match ball.
This is one of the best performances I've seen in a while. He's practically taken on this team single-handedly, and they don't know how to stop him.
Manchester will 2 up and into a position of real strength.
Look, it's a whole different ball game now, Peter, and it's a test of how they manage affairs from here.
Fernandinho. Gabriel Jesus. Goretzka plays it forward. Sane. And here's Gnabry. Stones with the clearance. Bayern Munich can't seem to retain possession. Sane. And they've been caught out here. Good ball. It goes for goal. In it goes. Lovely goal. Perfect poise to set himself for the strike. Some activity down on the touchline. Seems there's going to be a change. Aguero is being withdrawn here, but he's certainly made his mark.
Well, has he done enough since his goal? Is the feeling that he's lost his appetite for another? It's difficult to be sure exactly what the thinking is, but his race is certainly run now.
We have got ourselves a game here.
Listen, goals change games, and that has changed the whole...
Manchester have a free kick. Now some movement on the bench, and we are going to see a change. Looking to widen the gap even further here. He's shaping up to have a crack from here. De Bruyne! Mahrez. Good challenge, excellent challenge.
It's obvious that they prefer a greater cushion to sit on, but will they?
Straight offside. Manchester making consecutive changes here.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious as to who was going to be taken off. His energy levels began to sag, and he was never going to last until the final whistle.
Pavard. Kimmich. A leveller or the knockout blow. Either way, it's got a... Has a pop!
Bayern Munich are actually displaying tremendous fighting spirit. There's a real belief that they can still have a say.
Now it's Sterling. And it's Bernardo Silva. Alaba.
Manchester probably could have killed things off, but they should be okay here.
Muller. And here's Lewandowski. Oh, he's found him in space. Chance! Well, he should have done better, and he knows it.
A more than decent attempt, Peter.
There's going to be another change here.
Well, he's worked so hard for his side, as you would expect, but you couldn't help notice that he was starting to labour a bit, so it's no surprise.
Pavard. Tolisso.
They're playing as if time is on their side when it's fast running out. They've got to quicken this up.
Alaba gets into the right position to intercept. Into a minimum of 4 minutes additional time. Alaba. And here's Muller. Deep into stoppage time. And here's Muller. And here's Gnabry. Oh, good take in a good area. And time is up. Bayern Munich are stunned. They controlled it, they led, but somehow they lost. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Well, the game plan for me just looked a little confused, and the crowd seemed to pick up on this early on, and it just created a kind of negative vibe around the whole stadium, and I think this performance was one best deleted from the memory bank now.
And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening. The way. And it's Muller. And here's Gnabry. Shoots! Big moment! Massive goal!
What a start, and what a contribution from the main man. I had a feeling he might do something given his reputation, but to do it like that, absolutely brilliant. I wasn't expecting that.
Speed of thoughts. If Lewandowski! Oh, it's a beauty! He's got himself a peach of a goal! 2-0, and they're already threatening to run riot.
It just came down to a battle of wills between him and the keeper, and he won it with a cracking piece of trickery.
Bayern Munich get themselves a 2-goal cushion.
Well, unsurprisingly, Peter, the opposition looked completely stunned. I'm not sure they can gather themselves.
Kimmich. Muller. Forward it goes. Lewandowski. Oh, well defended. That had to be done. That'll be a throw-in. That is terrific skill. Now it's Aguero. Gabriel Jesus. Bernardo Silva. Gnabry at his creative best. He's set up 2 goals. Now it's Muller. Danger averted for now. Mondi. Sterling. Mondi. De Bruyne. Goretzka. Tolisso. And it's Goretzka. Muller, who's made his mark on this game. Bernardo Silva tries to get it forward quickly. Brings it forward. Kimmich. Oh, that's clearly not what he wanted to do. Gabriel Jesus. De Bruyne. Going for goal! He scores! That was easy. Almost too easy.
Well, it's pretty damning on the part of that defence, Peter, that he was allowed so much time and space. But I think you have to give credit where it's due. And it was a brilliant setup and finish.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Well, it was important they didn't get ahead of themselves and lose their discipline. This game plan could near well reward them with an equaliser.
Bernardo Silva. Questions were asked, but he's given the answers. Quick glance at goal. Not offside that time. Kimmich plays it forward, and here's Gnabry. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Pavard gets it back. Schüller. Tolisso. And it's Muller. Mondi. Defence has got rid of that. Gnabry. And here's Lewandowski. Cut out in the nick of time. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Ake with a good steal, well played. Rodri. And here's Sterling. Goes for goal! A great save, real class.
Aguero really must have felt he had the measure of the keeper then, but how wrong he was.
And he heaves it forward. And here's De Bruyne. Sterling. Now it's Sterling. Hernandez drives it forward. Breaks on here. Rodri cuts it out. Mondi. There's the end of the first half. So a really good half of football. 3 goals and just 1 separating them.
It's kind of a hard one to call, Peter, isn't it? I mean, from what we've seen so far, both sides have provided ample evidence that they can add more goals, and I'm sure their respective managers have reminded them that the next one will be pretty crucial. So it's going to be interesting to see how the teams come out for the next period. Well, it remains very delicately poised, and based on the promise we've seen through the first 45 minutes, I wouldn't be surprised.
It's Muller! Rodri. Kimmich. Now the counter. Well played, he saw that coming. A real chance to break. Good challenge, he just stood firm. Now it's Müller. Needless to say, he was expecting a better ball than that. Rodri. And it's Aguero. I think that's offside. Yes, it is.
Manchester have made their intentions clear by leaving men up front.
Looking to play on the break?
Yeah, it's obvious that they're prepared to take a risk or two.
Rodri. Rodri. De Bruyne. Gabriel Jesus. Tolisso does well to read it and intercepts. Now it's Lewandowski.
Manchester showing a little more urgency now, and to be honest, Peter, this is what's required.
Well, hit and hope is just about the sum of it, isn't it, Jim?
Well, there's no two ways about it. This is what they have to do.
De Bruyne. And it's Aguero. Sterling. Referee has just said play on. That's one way of trying to make things happen. There's a few who could follow that example. It's broken loose.
Ruben Dias simply had to make that count, and he did it with some authority too. Wonderful.
Goretzka. And here's Lewandowski. And that's been won straight back. Oh, shooting chance! And for a moment, time stood still.
Well, it was just some wayward passing that let the opposition in then, and I have to say, a very lucky escape. You lose it there, you expect to be punished.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually. And it's been taken straight back. And here's Aguero. He's off on a marauding run. Hoists it forward. Kimmich. De Bruyne. And here's Sterling. That's surely a foul, free kick. And you would probably say it's too far out for a shot. And it's Bernardo Silva. Mahrez goes for goal! And he's there to clear it.
Manchester are definitely not going down without a scrap. Their attitude just can't be faulted.
Now it's Lewandowski. And back to base. That's gone a long way up and away. And they've got it back as soon as they gave it away. Now it's Aguero. Aguero not easily shrugged off the ball.
Manchester need to give it everything they have, kitchen sink included.
And here's Lewandowski, and he's on his way!
I think it's time for them to concentrate on closing this one out.
Hernandez does well there. A look, that looks a foul. Yeah, referee's given it. And there goes the final whistle. Bayern Munich winners by the odd goal. It really could have gone either way, but a win is a win. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Bayern Munich were very impressive here, Peter. The backbone of this team is so strong, and it proved to be the decisive area.